There's also a more worrying rumor that I'm hearing. It's a much bigger discussion, so maybe we can. Oh, we might as well just get it out now, even though we're meant to be discussing the race. There's a bit of rumors floating around, and I think it's the worst possible idea, and it would be super, super sad if it does come to fruition. And I don't know why or what the motivation is behind it. I can see the motivation. It's either just money saving or laziness or selfishness. But there's a rumor that they're going to kill the junior category, which has delivered some of the most exciting racing, and it only just gets us more excited for racing in general and the elites. You've removed this sort of path of entry, saying just to be able to race at World Cups these days. So the only clear path to racing was through the junior ranks. If you were an older privateer, it's been a bit more difficult. But there's a rumor. And what are your thoughts on that? Like if they got rid of the junior category?
Well, the problem is I've made my bed on this topic few too many times on the podcast. But what I'm going to give it a caveat. If that was to happen, I would hope there's an increase in the total men's field so that if there's no junior field and you come and race World Cups as a junior or an elite in the elite field, you have more ways to get into the final and get your experience. But I have said in the past, I was worried that the junior category, which never used to be there, is giving a bunch of juniors false expectation that they can make it in the sport, number one. Number two, that sounds harsh, but it's just a reality. Number two, it's taking a lot of resources from guys that are trying to make a living.
If you're a top junior, you've earned your position to be a top junior and get additional support. So I don't know.
Yeah, but that's taking resources away from
Andrew, the only teams that are staying in business now are the big 10 teams, and they have enough resources, and they should be supporting juniors, and they should be supporting women junior.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, remember, there's a knock-on effect from Fox Suspension, SRAM, all those people. It's more parts, it's more things going out. My only caveat is, it is exciting. I'm not taking away from him. They're literally racing faster than some of the elites. They might as well be in the elite category, it seems. I just think in no other top-level sport, surfing, golf, tennis.
Yes, they have a junior series in surfing, and they have a junior series.
And is it at the same? Is it at the same event on the same week?
Not always.
There we go. It's not at the same event. It's not at the same weekend.
Yeah, but
it's not taking resource from schedule. It's not taking resource. This is a big debate, and I don't have the right answer. I just have a caveat that I love the juniors, the incredible riders.
The industry has enough money to field like 10 junior, like 20 juniors. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And anyway, they're not getting paid the same money. And if they're good enough to get paid the same money, then they deserve it. There's a no.
I know, but I knew we would potentially sit on this separate sides, and like I say this with respect to their riding, with the people, from the ladies that are juniors, from the guys there. I'm not taking away from their riding skill, but if I'm a junior phenom in golf, I either go play the junior series or I go tee it up as a pro. Same as surfing. If you're a 15-year-old phenom, you go freaking strap on that leash and you qualify, or you go to the junior series till you're old enough or good enough to make it in the sport. It's just a unique thing we haven't seen in other sports. It's controversial. I know. I'm not going to please everyone.
Let's put it this way. Okay. Yes, there have been a handful of juniors like the Alaran and Asa and Jordan and Jackson. But other than those handful, let's see, when the junior category started, let's see, one of the most sort of successful pros, that's established pros, let's say someone like Finn Iles. Do you know, in his 2 years of junior racing, he would have only qualified to race in one final if it was top 30 against the elites. Only one final.
I started the caveat with we need more people in the final, so you can't screw me on my caveat point.
What I'm saying is, you why fuck with the history of the sport again? Like you're already like
the juniors are not in the history of the sport. Sam Hill never raced juniors. Troy Brosnan never raced juniors. Steve Peat never raced juniors.
You're sounding old now.
Let's it's a hot
junior
topic.
Racing has been some of the most exciting things that sucks people into watching the racing because they are so exciting. We talk about the juniors more than the bloody elites on this podcast, and I think it would be a sad state of affairs to get rid of a junior category.
There
just
you
to
heard
save
it.
team managers on big teams that have enough budget, just to save their money and to save Warner Brothers money, be getting bitched at for not showing the juniors enough on the
Sven,
live feed.
you know what's funny is
We don't
every
need to
time.
save rich people money. That's not what we're here to do.
You know what's funny?
We're here to have a healthy sport and a healthy future.
You know what's funny is half of those schedule problems from a few years back where you bitched and we could have had this and that and
It's because of the juniors.
We've got too little practice in the elite and the guys are forced to get up to speed too quick and they're crashing and this and that. There's juniors at the same event.
And I guarantee you, if they take away the juniors, there's no way they're going to give them more practice because they're not running juniors. They're still going to give them the 6 hours of practice.
Okay, so that's my other caveat.
And then you know what? And then they also won't increase the prize money because they're never going to increase the prize money until the end of time because they're dinosaurs.
Okay, that's my other caveat. If that rumor is true, you have to increase the prize money. You have to give more
by like
practice
100-fold,
and you have to put at least 50 or 60 in the final.
Do they not even do that? They're going to cut it more. They only showed the last 5 riders had 4.5 minute gaps. Only the last 5.
Hey, we need to be constructive here. We don't. I'm hearing other podcasts and they're mentioning people that are criticized and moan too much. I have a sneaky feeling that's you and I. I don't know. I think it's us.
I just think it's a bad idea. You think it's a good idea. I think it's a bad idea. So no one's criticizing.
I said we have to have a caveat or two. I can't just let it go. I won't let it just disappear without a plan in place. Okay.
Anyway.
That sounds like a rant we're going to get into later in the year.